Welcome back to Adventure Freaks, I'm Ray. And if you think Taormina, one of the most beautiful towns in all of Italy, is only for the wealthy, you're in for a big surprise. This jewel of Sicily has been called one of the most beautiful towns in all of Italy. Perched above the Ionian Sea with postcard-perfect views, Taormina dazzles visitors with its ancient history, charming streets, and jaw-dropping landscapes. But here's the secret. You can actually live near here and afford it. I'll show you why Taormina is so magical, and then I'll take you down the hill to discover some homes at a fraction of what you'd ever imagine. Now let's dive in. Taormina's history stretches back over 2,000 years. Founded by the ancient Greeks, it later became a prized Roman resort town, and its layers of history are still visible today. The crown jewel is its ancient Greek theater, carved right into the rock, with Mount Etna as a dramatic backdrop. Through the centuries, Taormina has attracted artists, writers, and travelers from all over the world, enchanted by its beauty, its architecture, and its views. And in recent years, thanks to the hit Netflix series White Lotus, it's once again been thrust into the global spotlight, showing off its dreamy hotels, colorful piazzas, and irresistible charm to millions of viewers. Walking through Taormina feels like you're stepping into a movie. The narrow cobblestone streets are lined with flower-covered balconies and artisan shops. In the heart of town, Piazza 1X Aprile opens up to sweeping panoramas of the bay. From this elevated terrace, Mount Etna rises majestically from the countryside. The sea stretches out below in layers of turquoise and blue. You see yachts and sailboats scattered across the water, some anchored, others moving slowly. There's something timeless about this view. The ancient volcano watching over the sea and the light that makes everything shimmer. Framed by the striking Baroque facade of the church San Giuseppe. Inside you'll find ornate altars, painted ceilings, but just as stunning as the view from the square outside. The kind of view that stops you in your tracks. One of my favorite memories here was hiking up to the castle above that overlooks Isola Bella, that little green jewel of an island set in a sparkling blue sea. The view from above is pure magic. Cliffs tumbling down to the water, fishing boats drifting, and the light shimmering across the waves. Along the way, we ducked into a tiny church built right into the mountain called the Chiesa Madonna della Rocca. It's a beautiful little church, and when you step inside, the cool stone walls and flickering candles give a sense of how many generations have passed through its doors. We eventually made it to the top near the castle, but we didn't enter the premises. They wanted to charge us to go in, and we just decided to head back down. And then there's this interesting church close to where we stayed called the Santa Caterina di Alessandria. It shares a small piazza and a couple of cafes, one of which we ate breakfast practically every morning. But what made it interesting was in the back of the church, there were the remains of a small Roman amphitheater. Just another one of those moments where history and daily life intertwine. Locals sip espresso just a few steps away from ruins that are thousands of years old. Now with all this beauty, you might assume that living here might cost a fortune. And if you're right in the center of Taormina, prices can reflect its fame. But here's where the surprise comes in. Just 15, 20, 30 minutes outside of town, in charming places like Fiumefreddo, Giardini Naxos, and Mascali, you can find apartments starting at around $50,000 on up. That's right, for the cost of a car back home, you could own a place just down the hill from one of the most beautiful places in all of Italy. So now let's take a look at 3 options currently on the market. I'm going to use Idealista, which is what many Italians use to shop for a home in Italy. And every time I explore the options here, I'm blown away at what you can find right next door to Taormina. It's truly amazing to me. So let's start out by taking a look at one of these properties in Fiumefreddo. We'll start there. So Fiumefreddo is just outside Taormina. Let me look on the map. So I broke it down. So Fiumefreddo is right here. Taormina is here. If you walked It's saying it'd take about 2.5 hours. It's 10.9 kilometers away, so it's pretty close. From the beach, Fiumefreddo, you could walk to the beach in 39 minutes. It's saying you're about almost 3 kilometers away. Riding your bike would take you minutes. Jumping on a scooter, ideal. So here's a property I pulled up for 52,000 euros. And why I pulled this particular property up is because it's only 52,000 euros and it has a view of Mount Etna as well as the sea. So let's take a look at the pictures, give you an idea. So it's a 50 square meter apartment, 2 rooms, 3rd floor, has a wraparound balcony, and 50 square meters is approximately 600 square feet. So it's a nice, clean apartment. You are 7 miles away from one of the most beautiful places in the world, Taormina. You have a beautiful balcony with a lot of space, and the views, again, are spectacular. And that's what makes this just incredible. To think of purchasing a place with the views that this has in Los Angeles, California, you'd have to pay millions. And we're looking at 52,000 euros for this property, which is just mind-boggling to me. Okay, let's move on to the next. Next up, we're going to head down to Mascali, and this is south of Taormina. You can see Mascali is right here. Here's Fiumefreddo. Giardini Naxos is right here, and then Taormina right there. So if we take a look at the map, we get directions and how far away is it from the beach. You are 1.6 kilometers away from the beach, so you could easily from Mascali walk down to the beach or ride a bike very easily. All right, so let's see how far away Mascali is from Taormina. I'm going to hit directions. I'm going to scroll out and then click on Taormina. And it is 15.5 kilometers away, so again, not far. And now I found a penthouse in Mascali for 90,000 euros. And check this place out. It's really cool. It has sea views, and the sea is, and the beaches in these towns are spectacular as well. They're just beautiful. It's a nice building. It's a nice apartment. It's 100 meters squared, so that's over 1,000 square feet. A beautiful balcony, again with views of the sea, the Mediterranean, a lot of nice rooms. It's very spacious. Again, you get 1,000 square feet. And all for 90,000 euros. And again, 15.5 kilometers from Taormina. And you are just a quick jump, just a quick walk away to the beach at Fonticello. Okay, let's move on to the next. And the last property I want to share with you is in Giardini Naxos. It's just down below from Taormina. To give you an idea where it's located, if we click directions, click on Taormina, it's 4.3 kilometers away. Everything here in Giardini Naxos is within walking distance to a beautiful beach. And look what I found, with a beautiful balcony with incredible views of the Mediterranean for 115,000 euros. It's 62 meters squared. That's approximately just under 700 square feet. Let's look at some of the pictures of this place. You get a garage as well. But a nice, cute, comfortable apartment with an incredible balcony. Just below one of the most beautiful places in the world, Taormina, with this view for 115,000 euros. Incredible. Thinking about moving abroad but not sure where to start? You're not alone. There are dozens of countries that seem amazing on the surface, but how do you know which ones are actually right for you? The wrong move could be stressful and expensive. That's why at AdventureFreaks.com we created the Ideal Destination Finder. It's a fun, unique tool that helps match you with your top 3 destinations based on your lifestyle, budget, and priorities. All you need to do is go to the AdventureFreaks.com website, scroll down a bit, and you'll see the Ideal Destination Finder. Click it and start the quiz. It takes about 3 minutes and it could save you months of research. So give it a try and stop guessing. Now let's get back to the video. These towns aren't just affordable, they're absolutely charming in their own right. Take Fiumefreddo, where we stopped one morning for an espresso, and this little town was just an absolute gem. It's quiet, it has beautiful architecture, it's well maintained, a cute little piazza, and depending where you live, you have views of the Ionian Sea or Mount Etna. And just down below from Taormina is Giardini Naxos, which offers beachfront living with ancient Greek ruins right on the shore, while Mascali gives you that authentic Sicilian feel with Mount Etna as your backyard. And the best part? You get the benefit of affordability with Taormina right at your doorstep. Living in these areas can be surprisingly budget-friendly. A single person will spend approximately $200 to $300 per month on groceries, $100 to $150 on utilities, $30 to $50 for Wi-Fi and cell, and maybe $50 to $80 for getting around, especially if you take advantage of the buses and the trains. And traveling by train is smooth, comfortable, scenic, and really affordable. Another highlight of this region is its wine. Just a 30 to 45 minute drive away from Taormina is the Gambino Winery. It's high up on the slopes of Mount Etna, about 800 meters above sea level. The first thing we all noticed was the air was much cooler, about 10 to 20 degrees cooler than what it is on the coast. And the views? They're breathtaking. The vineyard stretches across the mountainside, and here you can taste some of the best wines in Sicily, paired with local cheeses, olives, and fresh baked bread. Standing there, glass in hand, with the volcano behind you and the sea in the distance, you understand why people fall in love with this part of the world. And then there's Castle Mola, a hilltop gem perched above Taormina itself, with medieval stone lanes, a cozy central piazza, and panoramic views over the coastline. It's one of those places that feels frozen in time. Like Taormina, it's stunning, but far less crowded. And yet, it's only minutes away. You can easily live in one of these nearby coastal towns and have Taormina and Castle Mola as your everyday playground. Oh, and I can't forget to mention Isola Bella. It truly deserves attention as one of the incredible gems Taormina offers. This stunning island sits just below the town, connected by a narrow strip of beach. The water here is absolutely pristine, crystal clear, and the most incredible shade of turquoise you can imagine. If you're feeling adventurous, you can dive off the cliffs into the deep blue waters below. The snorkeling around these cliffs is some of the best you'll find anywhere in the world. There are underwater caves to explore, fish darting between the rocks, and the clarity of the water is simply breathtaking. Or you can just float in the crystal clear waters while soaking in the dramatic beauty all around you. Sailboats and yachts anchored in the bay, ancient cliffs towering above, and that perfect Sicilian light that dances on the waves. For me, Taormina is more than just a tourist stop. It's a living, breathing piece of Sicily's soul. From the history etched into its stones, to the laughter spilling from the cafes, to the way sun sparkles across Isola Bella's waters. It's a place that stays with you. And the best part, knowing that living here, or near here, isn't just for the ultra-wealthy. You could wake up each day with this beauty just outside your door, explore its streets whenever you like, and still have money left over to enjoy la dolce vita. So there you have it. If Taormina captivates you like it did me, remember, it's possible to live affordably just minutes away from one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's truly hard to believe. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button and let us know what stood out for you in the comments below. And don't forget to check out adventurefreaks.com, your online resource for living and retiring abroad. And as always, thank you for viewing. I'm Ray. This is Adventure Freaks, showing you how to live better for less.